I'm running out of ideas for good videos, so I just took my spreadsheet and started alphabetizing stuff and found a new idea. So here's a video about it. I've alphabetized my coaster rankings thing spreadsheet, and as a result, I have all the states alphabetized because thankfully I have a column called a state. And I happen to remember all of the states in alphabetical order since second grade for God knows what reason, so I can fill in the blanks on the states I'm missing. Let's start with Alabama. I've only got 2 coasters ranked there. Top is Rampage because it's the only coaster in the entire state that matters at Alabama Adventure. Next up is Arkansas, where they only have one park worth one park at all, right? And everything was closed. So X Coaster is my favorite coaster in Arkansas because most of Magic Springs wasn't open when I went to Magic Springs. It's very fantastic. Arizona's next. See, I already missed the state. Alaska. I've never been to Alaska. Arizona, Desert Storm at Castles and Coasters. I really do love it, but even if you hated Desert Storm at Castles and Coasters, that would be your favorite coaster in Arizona because there ain't shit in Arizona, dude. All right, California, there's like 500 coasters. It's X2. X2 is easily the best coaster in California, only rivaled by Ghost Rider and Twisted Colossus, and that's because that coaster makes you experience things that you just otherwise wouldn't experience. And not trying to gatekeep you, but you need to get to X2 to know what I'm talking about, motherfuckers. All right, moving forward, California, Colorado. Haven't been to Elitch Gardens yet, or Lakeside or any of that, so can't tell you. Connecticut, Lake Compounce will be it. Boulder Dash will be it, but next year. I'm going next year in 2024. Delaware, there aren't any, right? Delaware. Florida, all right, Florida. I have Iron Gwazi at my number 4 overall, which I think is better than Velocicoaster at my 12. Everything else doesn't really compare. Iron Gwazi is just absolutely a masterpiece and worth going to Florida alone. Like, don't worry about all that Disney bullshit. Just go on Iron Gwazi and Velocicoaster and Mako and Montu and stuff, and you're good. All right, Florida. Georgia. I'm just looking at my Georgia rankings, and it's hilarious. Air Force One, number 9 at Fun Spot Atlanta, and then like a shitload of coasters at Six Flags Over Georgia with only the Cannonball at Lake Winnipesaukee in there with it. So Air Force One just shits on all of it. So that's my favorite coaster in Georgia. Hawaii, there's nothing in Hawaii. Idaho, haven't been to Silverwood. That'll be 2025 for me. Illinois, Six Flags Great America. I've got Goliath as my favorite in the park, and then like that's all of Illinois. Like Illinois is pretty sad on the roller coasters. Indiana, my favorite coaster in Indiana is my favorite coaster overall. The Voyage at Holiday World. Oh my God, it's like a roller coaster tycoon coaster in real life. You need to ride that shit, or else you're crazy, dude. Get on that. And Iowa, Legend at Arnold's Park because I haven't been to Adventureland or Lost Island yet. I'm gonna do that next year. June 2024. I already planned it, so just calm down. I'm going to tell you about Iowa later. Kansas ain't got shit. Kentucky, it's just Kentucky Kingdom and Beach Bend. So Storm Chaser and Lightning Run at the top because, Louisiana, my home state. I fucking hate Louisiana. Fuck this place. I liked Megazeth when I was a kid, but now all we have is some shit in a city park because everything else is abandoned or in the past. And I'm not going to call it my favorite I'm not going to call Ladybug at Carousel Gardens my favorite coaster in Louisiana, even though it's all that's left. Because fuck that coaster. It represents me living in a place I hate. So Maine, there is some stuff there. 2024 for me. I'm doing a New England trip. Maine, Maryland. All right, Maryland. It's just Six Flags America, right? So it's Superman Ride of Steel. Don't need to tell you much more than that. Maine, Maryland. Massachusetts. I haven't been to Massachusetts, so Six Flags New England, and that's where it is, right? I'm high. I'm just remembering states wrong. Anyway, I'm going to Massachusetts next year. Maine, Maryland. This is stupid. Michigan, Minnesota. See, I'm looking in alphabetical order, so I'm seeing the states in alphabetical order, but they're abbreviated. So Iowa was IA. So even though it's 4th in the I's, it came first. I had to remember to go to it. This is becoming a more difficult exercise than I thought it would be. Maine, Maryland. Michigan. Michigan's Adventure is all you've got, so Shivering Timbers. I mean, come on, man. Shivering Timbers is one of the best wood coasters in the country, so you should go to the boonies in Michigan just to ride that and literally nothing else in that entire state. Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan. Minnesota. Renegade at Valley Fair and Excalibur at Valley Fair are the only things in that state that are even in my top 100, with Renegade being on top. Renegade is like a remix of all the other GCIs. Really good shit. Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi. Mississippi's a piece of shit. They only have a couple little kiddie coasters and family coasters that I hate, so I'm not even talking about Mississippi. Maine, Maryland, Mississippi. There's so many M's. Mississippi, Missouri. So Silver Dollar City. pretty close between Outlaw Run at 24 and Prowler at 28, but I got to give the nod to Outlaw Run. Absolutely fantastic, crazy shit in probably the most well-rounded park in the country, Silver Dollar City. Trying to go back in November. I hope I can get a video for you guys when I do go there. I'm excited. Montana, there's nothing in Montana. Sorry. Nebraska, nothing there except for the airport I flew to on the way to Arnold's Park. Fuck Nebraska. Nevada, so NV, where's NV in here? Big Apple Coaster barely cracks my top 100 at New York Casino. Big Apple Coaster, dude, like, it's not as fucked with those new trains as apparently it used to be. I didn't ride the old version. It's pretty fun. You should check that out. I'm in fucking Nevada, New Hampshire, haven't been to New Hampshire yet. New Jersey, it's El Toro. Come on, man. El Toro is the best coaster in New Jersey, and if you think it's King Ka, then nah. Or Nitro or something. Come on, man. Change your mind. Something's wrong with you. New Mexico, I got to get the Cliffs Amusement Park at some point because I got to get there because there's a CCI there, and CCI's the shit. But I haven't been there, so I can't really be talking about New Mexico. New York, I'll go in 2024. Ohio, I mean, dude, look at how many OHs there are on this fucking spreadsheet. You lucky assholes in Ohio, man. I live in Louisiana. You live in Ohio. I hate this shit. Steel Vengeance as my number 3 now. Yeah, it was number 2 the last time you heard from me. X2 just jumped it. I just decided I like X2 more than Steel Vengeance. But it's my favorite coaster in Ohio. But look at all of these coasters make my top 100. Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force, Magnum XL200, Maverick, The Beast, Mystic Timbers, Diamondback, Orion, Gemini, Banshee, The Bat. Raptor doesn't. That's 112. Oklahoma, all you've got is Frontier City, so Diamondback with a space in the middle between Diamond and Back. That Aero launch loop, best coaster in Oklahoma, I guess. Oregon, haven't been there yet, but I think the only like actual thrill coaster in the entire state is Adrenaline Peak, so I'm assuming that's what it'll be, but I can't, speculate. Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon. Pennsylvania, my favorite coaster there is Sky Rush. But that's because I haven't yet been to Kennywood, and I'm pretty sure Phantom's Revenge will top it. And at Knoebels and Hershey Park, I'm missing all kinds of shit. I'm missing Impulse, Flying Turn, Storm Runner, Super Duper Looper, and Wildcat's Revenge. So that'll shake up Pennsylvania a little bit for me. But right now, it's Sky Rush at 19. Rhode Island, never been, and I never will because there's no coasters there. Maybe, I think once upon a time there were, but, not anymore. South Carolina, I know there's some like Myrtle Beach shit. I'll get to it later. Basically, I'm prioritizing like parts of the country based on how many elite coasters are there. And I mean, Swamp Fox, I'm coming for you, but you gotta wait your turn in like 2027 or something. I mean, being real. South Dakota, what the fuck's in South Dakota? Doesn't matter. Tennessee, I guess I didn't say North Dakota, did I? Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina. Wow, I just skipped North Carolina. North Carolina, Fury 325 at Carowinds. North Dakota doesn't have shit. And then Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania. South Dakota, okay, Tennessee, we're at Tennessee, Lightning Rod. Come on, of course it's Lightning Rod. In fact, it's the only coaster in Tennessee there's Thunderhead, Tennessee Tornado, and Wild Eagles. I'm just about to tell lies and shit, man. I need to change the way I perform narrating these videos because it's pretty sad. Texas, kind of a weird top for Texas. I'll tell you my top 5 for this. Number 116 is Iron Rattler at Fiesta. 21 Switchback at ZDTs. I love that bitch. 35 New Texas Giant at Over Texas. 44 Boardwalk Bullet at Kiva Boardwalk, and then 47 Wonder Woman at Fiesta. So some weird entries in there, but that's my Texas shit. And Texas is the most accessible place for coasters for me at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours away for these rides. Because I live in a piece of shithole called Louisiana shit. Really unfortunate. Pray for me, I guess. Utah, yeah, Lagoon. I can't wait to ride Cannibal and Primordial when it decides to open in the 2030s or whatever. It will be Cannibal. I'll let y'all know when I ride Cannibal. Texas, Utah, Vermont. Does anything exist in Vermont? I don't think so. Virginia, got at the top. I have Pantheon at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, followed by 23 Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion. But that's because Intimidator 3 or goddamn 5 was fucking closed the 2 times I went to King's Dominion. Of course, it will be fucking Intimidator 305. In fact, there's only one coaster left in the country that can make my top 3, and it's Intimidator 305. So it'll be that. The next time I make 0 for 3 and it's still fucking closed when I return a third time. I don't. It really makes me mad. Okay, Washington. Haven't been there, but I have a feeling that Washington State Fair Old Woody is going to be the one that takes the crown, because I'm only going to go to Washington when the classic coaster thing is there, because otherwise, why would I go to Washington? I mean, Seattle's not interesting on a coaster trip. I'm sure Seattle's I don't know why I said this. I'd rather visit Seattle than literally every location in the southern United States. So I don't know why I just threw shade at a city that I should probably actually visit. I'm sorry. Washington, West Virginia. Am I remembering where Swamp Fox was wrong? What's in West Virginia? Hold on. Wait, what? No, that's South Carolina. I got it right. What the fuck's in West Virginia? Is there anything in West Virginia State Fair? Oh, it's defunct 1937. Is there anything in this state that is still open? It's not even loading. RCDB isn't loading. Extant Roller Coasters 4. Camden Park. That's what I'm remembering now. Oh, yeah. I haven't been to Camden, and that's going to be like that. Wild Adventures and like a couple other nothings are going to be like the last parks I visit in this entire country, because like, why? I mean, whatever. West Virginia, Wisconsin. I never thought I'd say this, but something in Wisconsin's in my top 5, and it's Hades 360 at Mount fucking Olympus. Please go to Mount Olympus. And then there's Wyoming, which is not even a state. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. 12 minutes. I thought I was going to finish this in like 5 minutes. Oh, well, nobody's still listening anyway. Have a happy Hanukkah or whatever holidays nearby. All right, bye.